All right, let's dive in. Today, we're talking about a young girl named Melody and one of those moments that just changes everything. Her mind is incredibly bright, but it's kind of locked away because she can't speak. We're going to see how a totally ordinary day at school sparks an idea that could finally give her a voice.
This one quote from Melody, man, it just sets the scene perfectly, doesn't it? You can feel the frustration. It really captures that huge, vast gap between her world and everyone else's. And this isn't just about some cool new gadget. For her, it's about having access to the entire universe of communication.
So, where does this all happen? Picture this. It's Miss Gordon's language arts class, right after Thanksgiving break. And the thing that kicks this all off is a brand new, bright lime green laptop.
Now, this laptop means two completely different things to the people in this room. For all the other kids, it's this awesome new toy, right? They're all crowded around, excited about downloading songs and sending instant messages. But for Melody, watching from the back, well, every single one of those features is like a gut punch, a reminder of a conversation she can't have, a picture she can't share, a connection she just can't make. To really get the weight of this moment, you've got to understand Melody's reality. While her classmates are, exploring this whole new digital world, her own universe of expression is just painfully small. I mean, the contrast here is just staggering. On one side, you have Rose's laptop, what Melody calls the whole universe, a machine that can say literally any idea you can think of. And on the other side, Melody's dumb plastic board. It's just a collection of pre-selected words taped to a tray. It can't tell a joke. It can't come up with a new idea. It's basically a prison for her mind. And this right here, this is the turning point. That frustration gets so big, so overwhelming, that it actually forces her to dream. She closes her eyes, and it's not about giving up. It's about imagining something better. This is where all that despair starts to turn into a spark of an idea. She's not just wishing for a laptop anymore. She's actually designing one in her head. And look how specific her dream computer is. It's not just some fantasy. First off, it would talk. It would actually give her a voice. And it wouldn't just have some words. It would store all her words. The design itself is super practical too, big keys that her thumbs can actually hit, and it would connect right to her wheelchair. This is a blueprint born out of pure necessity. So, with this amazing idea burning in her mind, Melody hits a massive wall. How in the world do you explain something brand new when you literally don't have the words for it? This is where we get to see just how brilliant she really is. As she opens her eyes, you can almost hear her thoughts racing. This dream felt so real, so possible, that it just has to exist somewhere, right? That little glimmer of hope is what pushes her to try and communicate this incredibly complicated thought to her aide, Catherine.
Now watch this. The whole process is just painstaking. She can't just say, I want a better computer, because the word better isn't on her board, so she has to invent it. She points at the computer, then at me too. Catherine thinks she just wants a laptop, so Melody points to no. Then she points the word good, and then she goes to the alphabet strip and jabs at E and R. She literally builds the word gooder. It's an incredible display of problem solving.
And finally, Catherine gets it. Her reaction is so important here. She doesn't just understand the message, she recognizes the genius behind it, calling the idea brilliant. For Melody, who just a second ago felt like a doofus for having to say gooder, this validation is just a massive, massive win. Okay, so that moment of success, of actually being understood, it launches Melody onto a completely new path. It's not just a daydream anymore, now it's a real quest. And wouldn't you know it, the starting point for that quest comes from a regular old class assignment. Miss Gordon tells the class they need to research and write a biography about someone, while the other kids are joking around, choosing the inventor of the toilet or the guys who started McDonald's. Melody has a much deeper, much more personal idea in mind. She chooses Stephen Hawking. Just think about that for a second. Could there be a more perfect choice? Here's a real-life example of a mind so brilliant that it refused to be trapped inside a body that couldn't speak. He used technology to talk to the world. For Melody, Stephen Hawking isn't just a science project. He's proof that it's possible. And her questions about him are so revealing. She's not just interested in his theories about black holes. She wants to know about the real, human stuff. How does he eat? How does he manage to be a dad? And then, most importantly, she zooms right in on the tech.
She wants to know everything about those super cool computers that give him his voice. So you see, this biography project has turned into something so much bigger. It's her first real, concrete step toward finding her own solution. It's become a mission to figure out how Stephen Hawking found his voice, because, hey, if he could do it, then maybe, just maybe, she can too. And so after choosing her project, she taps out this simple but incredibly profound question for Catherine. Computer for me? It's a question just loaded with all the hope and possibility that was born on this one single transformative day. And it really leaves us wondering, is there a computer out there for Melody? And will she find it?